Some RLCS analysis from Season 7 LAN in New Jersey. We're going to first do the quarterfinals. Kind of where Vitality, I think, hit their stride was against the Cloud9 series. But there was a lot of people that believed that this one could have went the other way, and I agree. A lot of one-game series, so this should be fun. To kind of see where it broke down, the other thing that we're going to pay attention to, because I know you guys in chat also mentioned it, is the body language from these guys. Lawson, with your post. I do agree that they definitely showed their emotions a little bit more. But that's where the veteran status needs to step up like Kronovi did for Rogue. So it'll be interesting.
We've got Vitality in the orange, NRG in the blue. K-Dop up early.
So first kickoff goes in favor of Vitality.
First offensive push, a nice play from Justin to get it past one.
Good follow-up right away.
Garen Fireburner looking to clear it out. There comes Scrub. A miss.
I don't know how I agree. I don't know if I feel okay about this with Fireburner. Okay, that's fair. So Fireburner's initial reaction is while he's moving this way, Scrub is actually retreating back. But Scrub's gonna drift turn and pop it back downfield. So he needs to be careful of that, but I get the desire to challenge. The only difficulty though is Garrett's on the wall, so he should be able to close off this angle, but Justin's like still trying to get back. He's the last one back, so he needs to be careful. Because if they don't win this 50, big counterattack opportunity for energy or for Vitality. Couple mistakes though early in 15 seconds. Fair enough. First time we get to see him on the day. So I know that a lot of the decision making in this game and in the things I said on the desk was that hey Wendy, I had difficulties with NRG in their first 2 days because Justin was playing kind of selfish. He was super aggressive. He was going for a lot of freestyle, like, well, not even freestyle, but just like solo dribbles and stuff like that, which is great that they enable him. But in a game like this, you need to make as minimal mistakes as possible and make sure you're conservative with your boost and like you're playing really smart. And NRG was just like trying to force everything. After INTZ kind of surprised them and shocked, like, hey, we can get to this really fast. They kept that style of play, like super aggressive, get to the ball first on every single thing. And it did not work against Vitality. Like, they tried to get to the ball first on every single challenge at one point because of how INTZ was playing.
Lawler,
and they just got abused. Like, there was numerous times where they didn't need to go for the ball and they could let Vitality, like, take it for them and then play it to a different position and expend their boost. But NRG just continued to challenge every single ball. And it just did not work. K-Hyper62, appreciate the follow, man. Garrett moves to the left and waits for a shot, but damn, what broke down on defense here? Pinches that up off the ceiling, takes a shot. K-Dot miss, Fairy, and damn, it was just a good play shot. A lot of power on it. Nice shot fire. God, it's so depressing knowing that this is the last time we'll see him on stage. Like, this is essentially
Lawler,
Fire's last game. Kind of hurts. No, I appreciate the follow. Good trap. So it's something that when you have a bunch of one players that you can do on your team. So normally what a lot of people would do here is Fairy's moving downfield. He's also got, pretty sure K-Dop somewhere in the wing over here also moving down. What a lot of players would do is they would take this as this lands, and as it goes to start going back up, they come in with their nose and they just power shot it and hit it somewhere in this area. Which, yeah, it draws out one of the defenders, but you don't get anything for it. And when you have, like, a very one-centric opinion, you look at this where Justin's not there, Fireburner's not there, Garrett's not there. None of those guys can challenge. So he takes this and he traps it and just has all this space to dribble and work with. That little extra seconds allows all these players on his side to get better positioning. They can deny boosts. They can get, you know, it just gives them more options. So the fact that, like, something that I think makes Vitality so threatening is even though they are a really good threes team and the rotations are getting cleaner and they can boost deny like no other, their one's play style has just taught them how to utilize space. Like, anytime they get space, like you see it here, he traps the ball, gets challenged, but he still moves up. So now he can go and deny boost on one corner, so he gets the boost deny there. The other two players are still involved, and now this entire time, NRG's up trying to make saves. They're rotating back. Like, none of their touches are with power to clear. And if that challenge is actually won here, like if K-Dop actually hits that, that's another player that's just expended a ton of boost and the ball goes right back towards their net. Right? Like, it's so dangerous to see. And even if he doesn't, like, they still have follow-up almost every time. It's insane. Every single one of these touches, they're expending boost. And the first thing that Vitality does, go grab more, go grab more, go grab more. It just tears away at you. While on defense, that stuff's so frustrating to play against. Good boost denied by Garrett. Jumps across, tries to get the other one. If they get this corner boost, no. That's good by Scrub, but the demo comes out. If they didn't get that clear, it could have been dangerous. Fireburner's pushing up. What happens to Fire here? Plays it back mid. Okay. That's just a good play by K-Dop. So Fire here, the issue I have, so Garrett just swapped around. If Fire plays that here, it bounces out and gives Garrett a chance to shoot it. But by just launching it back here, Justin's got to get out from the net. Garrett goes into traffic. There's two players already here. Nothing's going to come from that. The same situation. Like if this was a player on Vitality or someone that recognized it more, there's two ways, technically three ways you can play this. You can either A, do what he does, launch it, it gets cleared out by K-Dop, good backboard defense. He could also play this high, like if he gets under this and hits it this way, hits it into this kind of like arc and corner, goes straight down. Very threatening spot, same result. The other option is if he taps this light and tries to play it down, gets the boost deny, forces a 50-50, Garrett's going to be able to support that right behind him. Justin can get out, get more boost, and then come back in. To me, if he plays this slow, it's going to be the best option. But he smacks it, and it gets cleared. They do get a demo for it, though. But he could have got that and got a 50-50 out of it and expended, like, no boost. Super good shot. But you can see the difference. Like, NRG is just trying to play super aggro all the time. That's a goal. Yeah, he should have made that shot the first time, but good follow-up. What is Fire challenging here? Initial 50, heads back after Garrett gets this in. Why is Fire challenging that? So like this is what bugged me about NRG this entire series. This is part of the reason why they lost. I was actually talking to Flipside's owner during a lot of this, and this is something that NRG screwed up a lot in this series, and you're gonna see it glaring, and we'll point it out as we go through. No matter what, Fire is not even off the ground. There's no way he's gonna win that challenge. There's no way he's gonna deny it based upon the trajectory that K-Dop's going. K-Dop's gonna meet the ball about here and play it over the top. There's no way Fire can get up to that angle from where he's at in the time it's gonna take K-Dop to do that. It's just not going to happen, right? So for some reason, Fire, rather than just being like, okay, I can't get that, let's rotate out, get boost, and get back wall, and then clear it, make K-Dop expend all this boost for nothing. He goes for it, misses the challenge, and then they get scored on. M-Dog? No. No, the Flipside owner is Hector. Sizz retired for playing professionally now. Fireburner. I mean, Fireburner is nowhere near the same level as Sizz. Like, or vice versa. Sizz is nowhere near the level of Fire. Like, what? Sizz, we don't need to go into that. I ripped on him pretty hard yesterday. But respectfully. You're talking about a 7-time LAN attendee back-to-back since the very beginning. Sizz played okay with Matt. And they got away with passing very early on. Although I will say the resurgence with Jacob was kind of cool to see. Anyway, yeah, K-Dop. Going to win that no matter what. No reason for Fireburner to go for that. Just back off, go boost, get back wall. Clear it out. Does that, then Justin doesn't have to cut this, and No reason for Fire to go for that. Also, what is this? I don't care their skill level. It's sad that they leave the scene. I mean, they're not leaving the scene, though. Sizz is still a full-time content creator for Rogue. He also is a sub for the team. And Fire said that he's going to try and coach, which I'm sure he'll have no issues finding a spot. It sucks not seeing him compete anymore. I think it's extremely weird seeing Fire no longer on the stage. Like, this series is the last time we'll see Fireburner compete, but I don't put Sizz retiring in any respect close to that. And that's not to insult Sizz. It's more to just exemplify the importance of what Fireburner did for this scene. Yeah. I mean RLCS, not overall. He'll be at DreamHack Valencia. Yeah. Last time he'll play for NRG and competitively is DreamHack Valencia, but I mean RLCS. Yeah, don't worry. Mini heart attack. All the teams are writing the script as we speak. They're all throwing, so Fire gets to lift the trophy again. Lawson, I don't know if there's enough kappas in the world to express that. So air dribbles like that I actually like. Like when they're in a situation like this, they're in a rough spot, players need to rotate out. He's the last one back. Great. All that air dribble, yeah, you spend a lot of boost, but you're not only getting it out of your out of your half, you're giving him a chance to get boost. Like air dribbles like that are great, but there was numerous times where he could pass it instead and he'd go for the solo play. In their day 1-2. I think he did it against PSG a lot. I think they still won though. It's a good touch. Dude, Kate up on that back wall. I used to really be critical about K-Dop's defense, but like his clears and stuff have been fantastic. It's good. Good touch by Fire. There's already somebody on the wall, so he plays it close on the wall to self-dish himself. Good patience from Garrett as well. So this is weird, right? So Garrett's on the wall here. Doesn't want to jump across and cut that off. He knows that there's someone who's in a better position to play this after. So he just comes down and rotates out. To me, it's weird because, like, Fireburner goes for this, which means that Justin either needs to stay here for a pass if it comes across, or he needs to support Fire, right? Garrett has a really weird decision. You're going to see that as it develops when he comes down. He's like, okay, do I go this way? No, Justin's still there, so now I have to go over here somewhere, but there's no boost here because I just took it. So it's like, does he move here? So in that situation, it's like, Justin, move up, give Fireburner someone to pass to, or support him. Let Garrett rotate around, grab this, and then come back, and then now he's the third man. He's got Justin here, Fire's here, Garrett's here, you know? It's just weird. Like, you're going to see it. Garrett drops down. He's like, boost across. Where'd I go? Oh, I just turned right behind Fire and go back to the wall. Just kidding. I need to boost. I go all the way back. Now he's on defense.
Lawler, shut up.
It's just those extra little bit, those extra little like decisions. Like just it lacks pressure. It's things that they need to clean up. Yo, Trios and Kaylan, appreciate the follows. Hate to go, but I gotta go. Sounds good, Grims. Thanks for coming and hanging, man. Good challenge. Nice shot. Nice and low underneath. Good challenge by Garrett. Immediately goes to take boost. It's not there. He gets out. Good pressure from NRG. Follow up on touches. It wasn't forced. That's what you like. Can't believe I wasn't already following. It happens, man. There's too many people on Twitch. Garrett trying to dodge a bump there, too. Something that a lot of Vitality has been doing well too is touches like this from Fairy. Watch this pop, okay? So 50 doesn't happen. NRG still gets. This touch from here, he plays it high and lofted. And the fact that it barely touches in this area over here, that forces one of these players to have to go and expend boost to get it. Because they can't leave it. If they leave it, someone over here is going to come up and probably aerial it and probably put it in a dangerous spot. So like a high lofted clear here, or not even a clear, like a high lofted touch, just forces one of these guys to come out and spend a ton of boost. And because they're getting denied here, Scrub's going to probably sweep around, either go for a bump on this guy or get the boost here, or take any of these boost pads. Like, if you watch Scrub, immediately comes across, goes for bump, backs out midfield, and is going to turn on it after he gets this boost. So much boost being expended. It's something that Vitality, like the reason Vitality won most of their matches, a lot of boost control. I think this is the one game that NRG wins. Or no. Yeah, this is the one game NRG wins. Yeah. It's good control. No glaring mistakes. You know, make it. I mean, there's a couple of decision-making things they could have done better, but for the most part, good follow-up, good pressure. But yeah, giveaway I saw. Damn, it sucks, Tryhouse. A lot of it could have been bots too. Not saying that she didn't deserve anything, but I know they had a couple purges at points too. So like that should have told them something, right? This shot alone could have told, like, if I'm on their team or if I'm their coach, I'm like, yo, this game is moving so fast paced. It's go, 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 go all the time. If you guys slow it down, you play a little bit more calculated, and you may not get to the ball first every single time. Just make sure you position yourself so you are there when those plays develop, or when you have possession. Like, you can play fast, just make sure when you have the ball, don't be afraid to slow it down. Play a little bit slower, because they're just trying to get to everything right away. You're gonna make the miss, and the shot shows that. Like, he hits it a little bit lighter, and because they're in a panic mode, he jumps across immediately and it goes underneath. You know? Yeah, what up, Colt? How you doing, homie? Charles, that happens all the time. I'll like disappear for the RLCS season. I'll come back and I'm like, why are there this many people still subbed? I mean, Final Carpet still has like 40 subs. The guy hasn't streamed in like 3 years. Good to hear you're doing well, Colt. Yo, Tokyo. Is it true that Fire retired? Unfortunately, yes. His last tournament playing will be DreamHack, but he is done for RLCS. Vitality wins another major kickoff. Vitality kickoffs, let me tell you. Something that PSG was doing really well too in their series. A lot of people always try to like lose kickoffs intentionally and kick it back to their corner, but I think nowadays getting the win on those is pretty important. So this is good. Just trying to figure out like the rotation on the way back, right? So Garrett started to come out, rather than like going forward and backwards like we saw with Gimmick yesterday. He rotates around and goes back into position, right? Justin's going to come across and clear it out. And he wants to hit this across over to Garrett, who's going to move up. But Garrett shows that he's not going to win. And rather than jumping for it or going for something that he can't do, like we saw Fire do in the last game, he just rotates back around and gets back into position. He's not going to waste time or boost or anything going for it. Watch. So Justin goes up, tries to play it across to Garrett, who moves forward. He gets beat. Garrett recognizes he can't, turns back in. Ends up getting demoed, but at least they don't expect anything. Fire's then able to clean it up. Good job by Justin reading that in. Reason it's not there is because of the demo. Garrett should have been the third person there, but he was getting Comes back in. He knows he's got Justin back. That's Justin's hit initially. He's not there. Now his. Good clear. Now it's Justin. See if he can challenge this. Can't do it. Goes and gets a boost tonight because he has faith that his two teammates in back should be able to hold off. So now that boost is on a 8-9 second rotation. Scrub tries to sweep in and get it as well on that clear. Still not there. The boost should be up about now. So the fact that that amount of time, like Vitality was able to keep it on their side is great because they're controlling the midfield stuff. But like Garrett's going out of his way to deny that because he knows all they need is one clear with those two players back to make sure that they can switch it on to offense. Because that's what makes NRG so difficult is when you play them, if they do get those clears out, and that's credit to Vitality. Vitality shut down clears so fucking well all weekend long. But the ability for them to keep that in, despite Garrett going on his way to sustain, if NRG does clear that, gets that downfield, they have roughly like a 6 to 7 second window of boost advantage coming through. Plus, if they control the midfield boosts, then it just gets further exemplified.
Vitality starting to control the midfield here in game number 2. Fireburner will look for the air carries out. Scripula dropping it down and nearly the read.
God, that's now 2 demos in favor of Vitality. That's a really smart touch by Justin as well. Okay? Most players, like myself, who are bad, right? They see this and they go, okay, I need to air roll my car so it hits this side instead of the underside so it gets more power, and I want to play it down into the net because I'm bad. Maybe I'll place it somewhere here or here. You know, hopefully I can make it because Fairy's facing this way. Here's going to be really difficult. K-Dop has to come down to save it. At least that draws somebody out. What Justin does is he says, there's one defender here and another defender and a scrub killer somewhere over there, right? So he plays it straight up. So the pathing of K-Dop is off. Comes back down and hits it again. So why Justin's nuts. Straight up, draws K-Dop out, tries to put a shot. K-Dop just knows he has to go and put a body in the way either way. Credit to K-Dop, credit to Justin. Both really, really smart players. That pass was stupid. What was that? Straight down. Holy shit. Can we appreciate that pass from Scrub? Look at this shit. Sorry, Chiefs. Look at this pass. Light tap. Jumps off the wall with boost. Gets it down. Gets in front of it. So he pushes it straight down in front of net. That's such a threatening pass. If Fairy Peak even gets a bit of a tap on that. Probably better because Justin read it really well. But still, like, my goodness, dude. MVP. God damn, dude. That's nuts.
Garrett and over the top of Scrub. Fairy Peak responds back into the blue and now counter touches from NRG onto the backboard. Garrett G puts it to his own corner.
Immediately there for another response. Soft touch and another dangerous spot.
But there's nobody to shoot and now Garrett G out of his own corner will carry it past 2 and up against K-Dop.
Immediately put right back in.
Oh, nasty hop off the corner. Fairy Peak looking for the shot, but Fireburner's got it. Taking it a long ways. Demolish on the Scrub going
Scrub's done that like 4 times now. His drift boost turn into a clear.
by Garrett G. Looks for K-Dop.
So clutch.
Read it.
The reason why it's important though is because when he turns like that, normally on those touches you want to play wall, and it's like, oh, I can't play wall because I'll get dunked. But his ability to drift turn like that, it gets so much power on a clear straight up field.
Finds the clear. This midfield game that was again so neutral in game
There's one against the Cloud9 series that we showed yesterday that was like super clutch too. Good recovery, leaves it for his teammate. Wide open goal. What happened on defense here? Did he just get beat out? Let's fire Garrett Justin. Garrett first. Should be able to follow up on that. Where's Justin? There's Justin on the wall. Gets it. Can't get the double here. Big clear. Put in by Garrett. Where's Fire? So Fire should follow this up.
dominated by Vitality here in game 2.
Who was that?
Again, so neutral.
That was...
Fairy Peak again finds the clear.
So that's Garrett. Garrett goes back up for that. Wins that challenge. Lands on the wall. Tries to get again. And Fire. Ah, there's a double commit. You can barely see it. So what's going to happen here is Garrett's going to get bopped off of that. He's going to land on the wall, turn back, and challenge. Right? Because he's the closest one to the ball. Fire's also somewhere over here. And he's going to come up the wall and try to challenge it as well. And that double commit leaves it for wide open because Justin's still floating on the other side. Slow it down. Okay. So Garrett lands on the wall here, recovers, turns around to go challenge, but K-Dop just gets the luckiest landing and touch on his life. So you see 2 players fly by. Justin goes to challenge. Justin gets ruined. So Justin's mentality here, right? That's nuts. Okay? That touch is unlucky. Justin here sees a ball coming out and 2 of his teammates moving up. 2 things that he needs to decide. I'm the last one back. I need to make any challenge accurate because if I do, this then becomes wide open territory for us with 2 players. We now have technically a 3v2 because K-Dop will be removed from the play with no boost based upon what he's seen in this corner already. See the streak? He's committed to it. K-Dop's got a good passing lane and a wide open field. Justin's responsibility is all this until one of his teammates recovers. And the only thing he needs to do is make sure that he gets some piece of this to make sure it pinches in a weird way so it does not go according to plan because that will allow both of these guys to recover in some fashion. K-Dop, on the other hand, recovers perfectly and then does this. Right past him. Wide open. All 3 of them ready to counterattack. Like that. Yep. So 2 major things. Double commit. Happens, right? Garrett double backed because he's like, I'm the closest one here. I can make something happen. That is a communication thing, I feel. If Fire lets him know, like, yo, I'm coming in to challenge or something, like, he says, yo, I'm behind you, this or that, like, hey, I'm behind. Most people will say that. Like, when I play, I'm just like, okay, Garrett's going in for his challenge. I'm like, all right, I'm behind you. That means he can expend himself and then go in. Then you have to trust your teammate to, after that, come in and challenge so Garrett can rotate out. Because if Garrett rotates out there, everything's fine. There's no issues. 2 very, very good circumstances for K-Dot back-to-back. Touch on the wall where he recovers and doinks and like kind of tips it past 2. And then the individual play here off the wall to get past the 3rd. K-Dot v3, guys. That's nuts. I wouldn't call it an early lead. We're halfway through the match wave. What? Get pass back. Why does he play corner? Like, this is what I don't get. This is something that they weren't doing, right? So Justin plays that really well. He plays that back to Garrett. Garrett, instead of shooting it on target, if he does, Scrub can maybe go up and make a save. That's going to have a lot of power past it. He's going to have to pretty much pre-jump that. And then he's got Fairy somewhere behind him. Like, nobody's on him. Why not trap that and cause a 50 here? Or, like, try to play it around or play... I don't know. Like, he just smashes it into corner. I don't know why.
Lawler, shut up.
Good follow-up, though. Good pressure, too. I wonder if that fire challenge did anything. Denies boost. I like that. He gets the 2 boost pads right in front of the net and then goes and takes the corner boost. Smart play by Fire, making it count. I'm okay with that. So... from here, this works out. Shot on target for pressure. Gonna rotate around to support it. Grab probably a couple boost pads so you can make sure he gets power in. Fire goes, pretends to put on pressure, actually gets this boost. Comes across, gets the 100 boost in the corner. So even if Justin's shot does not connect, Fire can sweep back in and go. By then, Garrett's gonna move out, probably take this one. Really good play by NRG. Good response too. Super important. Lawson probably not, or maybe he retires on top. You know, you just don't know. Some people like to retire on top. Some people like to give it one last go. It's like, yo, we have a good thing going here. Let's continue that until we lose. You know, like I have that same mentality like when I play ranked, right? If I'm playing ranked and I'm on a really hot streak, right? Rather than ending on that hot streak and ending above, like I did that today. So I played ranked this morning to make up for the terrible sessions I had yesterday. I went on like a 6 or 5 game win streak, I think I tweeted. And I'm like, you know what? I could end right now and be up overall points. Like I went from like 1430 something up to 1491, I think, in MMR, which was higher than where I was previously. I'm like, all right, good streak. I'm happy with where I'm at. So in the middle of that streak, when I was at a 3 or 4 game win streak, I told myself, I'm like, I will stop playing after I lose, because no matter what happens, I will be positive for this session. You know, and if you're in a hot streak, keep it going until you win. I do the same thing with poker. You know, if I'm playing blackjack and things are going well, I'm going to play that hot streak until I lose one, because I'm still going to end up above, and you never know. It could just keep being good. You know, you never drop out on a hot streak. It's not a good idea. Just make sure you bet smart. You can't let the big winnings take over. Don't let all that hard work you put in for nothing. How's he do this? Good trap. If he would have played that higher. Just a rough touch. If he's got this player facing this way, 2 players in net. If he traps this better, plays it on wall, and then hits it back inside and tries to get it like in here, it'd be a really good opportunity. Difficulty though with Vitality's defense is there's going to be 2 people in net when he does that. So immediate pressure is something that NRG, I think, definitely understands against Vitality, because it's very difficult to draw these guys out. Nice play by Garrett to get that out. Plays it into open space, buys a lot of time. Everybody goes into space, right? So this is a really good setup. Everything's supported no matter what happens. Garrett leads charge, plays that back in. Fire goes for his shot. If this deflects in any way, Justin get to it and meet it. Even if it plays super far out, Garrett's going to be out, boosted up, and comes back in. And then the cycle continues. But what happens?
Shut up.
Puts it up. Another response. Goes corner. Garrett's there. Plays back mid. Big ass clear. Flick. Good patience. I actually remember saying that exact same thing when we were watching this. This is what I was talking about. You're getting all this space from Vitality. Too many teams were launching this downfield and trying to get rid of it as quickly as possible, which just means there's a player back here. There's a player behind this ball on this back line. Like if the goal is here, there's a player on this back wall somewhere in this area ready to like close this in. So the fact that he dribbles it to midfield and then flicks it, Fairy Peak's not challenging it. As soon as he sees Fairy Peak challenge that, that's when he needs to flick it. Perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Then he gets another one off of that. So Fireburner just won 2 challenges back to back. If they don't score here, they're out. Like they have to keep this in some way, shape, or form. Is there a follow-up? Gives them another opportunity. Nobody there? Nope. That scares me, though. Like, that was NRG's chance. They really needed that. That was super close. Guan, how you doing, man? Appreciate the host. How was the stream? 2 big mistakes again. So the first thing I pointed out, right? They've now lost 2 major kickoffs on every start. Every time they've started on a kickoff, Vitality has won it. So that's number 1. Number 2, the thing I was talking about, going for things they don't need to, making the other team work for them. Pinches out. Fairy is in momentum towards the ball. Huge advantage. Fire went and got... So Garrett got... Fire's rotating out. This player here needs to be patient. You cannot challenge that. You will lose it every single time because no matter which way you challenge that from, based upon the way Fairy's coming, he's going to be pushing it with power this way. You're going this way. That thing is going to pinch this way and go back towards your net. Justin should have never went for that. I want to watch Justin's positioning this whole thing, but I don't think I can. Goes back corner boost, rotates around. How do you get beat there, man? Of all people, for Justin to get beat on that. Like, you could see him just hesitating here, too. Like, he could win this if he goes for it. He should be able to read that. Like, he's sitting right here just waiting. Nobody's up yet. He's the last man back. He either has to challenge that or he has to be in net to make a save. It's one or the other. He should read that. Nobody's up yet. He's at a standstill, but if he boosts and gets up for it, he can definitely contest that. But he waits so long. And from a standstill. How did he lose that, man? That's crazy to me. Yeah, appreciate it, Guan. I can't believe he loses that, but you can see their reactions too. It's just that like frustration of like, fuck, you know? We could have been up 2-0. We could have been on match point. This is what bugs me about a lot of teams. This is where coaches, I think, could really come in handy. No one is saying anything right now. No one's saying a word. No one's communicating. No one's talking about the mistake. Garrett finally speaks up. Hopefully it's something along the lines of like, no big deal, man. We're still tied in the series. Still plenty of games left. We got this, you know, kind of thing. Just communication's so minimal. I'd love to hear how those comms go. All quiet. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's saying anything. Justin hasn't said a word yet. Like, I don't know why that happens. Like, the first thing is, like if I was to coach or manage a team, I'd be like, yo, recognize the mistakes. It's all good. You guys got a minute to talk about it. Let's talk. Like, we do listens in every once in a while, Luxie. Very, very rarely, though. We didn't do any of this LAN. But, like, that entire time, like, if I'm that player, I'm like, yo, guys, my bad. We'll get it next time. You know? Like, just, you got to look at the positives in those scenarios. And I know it's stressful. It's like, you know, it's okay to be blunt about it too. Be like, fuck, man. Like, we could have been on match point. Let's make up for it right now. You know, let's come out hot. We lost another kickoff. That's now 3. Let's make sure we win this next kickoff. You know, how do we want to treat it? And that's the first thing I would focus on, right? Immediately, the first thing I'm like, yo, what can we do to do these kickoffs? Like, if they're winning kickoffs, should we purposely let them win them? Should we kick that back to our corner so we can maintain possession and bring it downfield? Like, how do we want to do this? They're being super aggro on kickoffs. How can we exploit that? You've got a minute to talk about it, right? Look at all the communication they're having right now. Again, Fairy's even talking. Like, non-stop communication from these guys. Nothing from Justin still. Like, I don't know.
Lawler,
It's just weird to me. Be honest, are you wearing pants? Nope. Definitely not. It's too hot for pants. Barca fist bumped every time after they conceded a goal. Yep, keep morale up. Super smart. Isn't Squishy constantly quiet as well? Yes. My biggest issue with Cloud9 is I think they could use a coach more than any top team right now. But they won't accept coaching. I mean, Sad Jr., I guess, kind of helps, but he hasn't done anything for them in like 6 months, I think. But I think Cloud9 could use a coach more than anybody. So this is great, right? This is the one thing I talked about, right? We've lost 3-4 kickoffs immediately,
Lawler,
right?
Shut up.
We need to win it back, right? We need a kickoff. What does NRG do? Comes out, Garrett kicks it slow. NRG cheats it. So Justin cheats this. Normally on kickoffs like this, they have the player go back, grab boost, and play at wall. So like he's purposely angled this way. So if Fairy Peak pushes this, it's going to kick back that way, which is what they want. And usually it goes wall, the player comes out, and they bring it downfield. Instead, he gets a good clip on it, and Justin's already cheating up on it, and they get possession immediately. Plays it over the top. They've got an option. Offense is now on the other side. This allows Fire to get in a good spot. Garrett can go deny, go for demo. Rotate around, whatever he wants to do, right? Garrett's in a good spot. Good bump. Really good bump. Good patience. Fireburner should know how to challenge that. He took that angle really poorly. So he slows down completely here because he has no idea how this is going to go. And you can see that. He literally took his car and was just like, ah, shit. Right? So for him, when he comes across this, he needs to take a wider angle on this approach and try to go for a 50-50 and push it through. He cuts this way too early. Right? There's a good play by K-Dop, though, as well on defense. K-Dop's facing the right way. He's got someone challenging. The more power he puts through, the faster he's going to get it across. If Fire's going faster, no matter what, he has that, which is always the risky part about K-Dop doing this. But he should be able to see that there's a player on his approach. So, plays that across. He needs to take a wider angle to cut it off. It's better for him to cut that off. He wants to cut this off and force K-Dop to make a flicker or a move, because then Garrett can come in and make a play. Great play by Garrett. Goodbye, Justin. Gets up to it really quick. Doesn't get the reset off of that either. No boost in the corner. Immediately backs off. Good. Long boost. NRG needs the pressure here. Really bad. Good. Where's the last one? I like that. Make him force a touch. Put it back in. That's a huge... Dude, these clears, man. That could have been a big challenge for NRG if he gets that. Because that means Justin gets corner boost. Fairy Peak's 1v2. God, this game's so close, man. Jesus. I feel like that overtime could have been the difference. Wow, what a bump. I don't know how I feel about Fireburner sitting here. He's got Fair right behind him. Vitality's so dangerous. Look at this clear, okay? So K-Dop comes across, gets that 100 boost. So K-Dop's now got 100 boost. Fairy Peak's going to be rotating back, okay? Goes to support the initial touch, because if Scrub hits this, right? So say Scrub covers near post and he makes a touch here. K-Dop doesn't want to hit that because it goes in front of the net. Fairy Peak can still come and support it if he needs to, right? Doesn't have to. He backs out. K-Dop's going to read this bounce here and then clear it downfield. With that, he's got 100 boost. He's going to rotate out, get 100 boost. He's going to move downfield. You have all three players instantaneously moving downfield for a counterattack. Justin's out of the play. Just like that. Counterattack. All three on offense, all three in great position, ready to go. NRG handles it really well. Good slow play. Good challenge. Wait not to let that develop. Good read again. Can he get another one? Nope. No boost. Good job by K-Dop not letting that hit the back wall. You don't want to risk that. It's a double commit. You have to score that. How did they save that? What the fuck? Who doubled on this? Shot comes in. So Fairy and Scrub. How do they fucking save that, dude? Recovery's insane from pros. That's crazy. There you go. What happened? So they all recovery. They both need boost. K-Dop can't recover in time. That's just a good turn. Good force. Really well played by NRG. That double commit though. They lose another kickoff. It's now 4. That pass is just stupid. All because they lost a kickoff. You can see it here. Okay. Fairy Peak pinches. Dude, Fairy Peak kickoffs, by the way. Holy shit. I knew he was a ones player at one point, but goddamn. Okay. So Fairy Peak gets a dominant kickoff. He's going to rotate out. He can play this 2 ways. He can either come, be aggressive, get some of these boost pads, or he can go rotate out. Most people are going to see him rotate out, grab this. Come back in, sit top of 3rd. He's now 3rd player. K-Dop's going to move up, make a play with Scrub in wing. Okay? Unless Scrub's already over there. Scrub could also already be going for that. We'll see what happens. Okay? Scrub's already in the back wall. Has the ball. So now Scrub has roughly 55 boost. He's going to hit this straight down to a K-Dop who just got 100 boost. So K-Dop is right here. He was getting 100 boost. Scrub Killer has 2 options here. He can either A, he technically has 3, maybe 4. He has plenty of options. When you're this mechanically solid and you can do flip resets and all that other bullshit, you have a lot of options, right? So he can either A, come in, smack this here, have it come across, and just try to hit it really hard underneath. Not as controlled, probably not the best idea. There's still 2 defenders in net. He needs to bait somebody really hard, okay? So if he plays this ceiling touch, he's got a K-Dop behind him that he can play it straight down to, which he does because that's stupid, and he can do that for some reason. He can even play this across in a pass and give it to Fairy Peak, who comes in, and K-Dop can stay passive and be the 3rd man. So he basically has 2 players, both K-Dop and Fairy Peak, both sitting here waiting to attack depending on what they do. And based upon what Scrub communicates, and you can see him, he's trying to talk and communicate like, yo, I've got options, blah, 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 watch me do this thing. Determines on if this player becomes the 3rd man and just surveys and waits for this to develop. Or Fairy Peak, who sees K-Dop going for attack, he sits and waits for this to develop and then can create that sustained offense if he needs to. But of course, Scrub kill again. Insane ceiling drop down pass. Past 1. Gets past another, gets past a 3rd. Like, how do you stop that? That's so good. That's disgusting.
Lawler,
That's so good. And even if NRG gets a save there, Fairy Peak can still come in. NRG wouldn't kick off. That's 2 now.
Lawler, shut up.
That shot needs to be harder on target, Justin. Justin, what are you doing here, bud? Good patience from Fairy here, too. So Fairy's going here, right? Fairy's low on boost, so he half flips out of it, goes to trap the ball, and says, no, I got time, I'm going to get the boost. Wins a 50, and then brings it downfield. Pass across to Scrub, almost gets it. Gets another. Just like that. Oh. Having that 100 boost, that decision there changed everything, right? So he half flips out, like I said. When he half flips out, the ball comes to about here. He can either bring this downfield immediately, go for a quick attack, but he's patient with it. He knows what I can do with more boost. So he lets the ball continue on its way, gets the 100 boost, plays wall, and now he has roughly 75-ish boost to hit supersonic and get up there and ready to do whatever he wants. And he has so many options here. He decides to air dribble and hit it across for pass, which draws another defender out, and then the follow-up happens. Shot comes in, K-Dop's there. Weak touch, but still doesn't matter. And it's so crazy, dude. You can go for dumb stuff like that if you have trust in your teammates. No hesitation. And as long as your recovery is good, you see what happens. And you can tell, like, they're feeling it. Like, yeah, that play was crazy. We got this, boys. Like, they're feeling really good. Like, NRG's playing catch-up this entire series. I wish they'd work in more demos. I like when NRG's demoing, I feel like legitimately the only way you can beat Vitality if they play like this is if you somehow demo and like stop stuff. But you're spending so much boost which you don't have, so you can't.
Bounces around. Nobody able to put a wheel onto it. Fairy Peak finally will make contact but runs out of boost.
Another answer for it. Uses that second jump to level it out. Double commit. That's not good.
Opportunity here as K-Dot moves in. He's got a teammate in the midfield, but fires
That tough was pretty rough.
down, and then a bit of a good stumble on the Fairy Peak. Is it enough? Fairy Peak
What was that?
slow it down, and then opportunity here as K-Dot moves in.
This is all weird.
He's got a teammate in the double commit.
So K-Dot mistouches this, right? K-Dot comes across. He wants to get underneath that and pop it up. K-Dot's intention here when this drops down is when this ball hits the ground, he wants to get under it, hit it, bounce it off of this area, and play it back in front. That's what he's trying to do. Doesn't happen. Plays it soft. Fire runner gets pushed out. Curious on why Garrett doesn't go for this 50. Oh, K-Dop, you cheeky bastard. Okay. After this happens and Fire gets this, K-Dop goes for a bump. He's going to go for a demo across here. Doesn't get it. Garrett has to slow his approach. And when this comes across, I don't know why Garrett fake challenges that. He definitely needs to hit that square. Fairy's coming in with a lot, but like he needs to just kill this and buy time for his team. He needs to neutralize this play. That's just good play. It's really good play by Fairy. I don't know why Garrett decided to go for that. That's rough, man. That sucks.
Lawler, shut up.
That's just demoralizing, too. Immediate pressure by NRG. They purposely lose that kickoff, dump it back, play it the other way, but now they're on their back heel again. No boost. Look how everybody's super low. The time that they need the clear, NRG needs that clear to have time to get boost. And it's challenged immediately, put right back in. And to further exemplify that, they get a demo. They're so low on boost here. And they're just going to get suffocated now. This is, I think, Vitality is the scariest team to play against when they're up. When Vitality has more like goals, they play a bit more passive. Their spacing gets even more threatening. And then they are really, really calculated in their challenges. You're going to see how much they suffocate the last 50 seconds here. Okay, they all back off. Nobody's challenging. Nobody's pressuring. That could have been a changer. They play it, beats them here. Wow, they actually neither get that. That's dangerous. If they would have played that in, that would have been bad. But, like, look how passive they are on their approach now. They fake challenges. They, like, their decision-making so good. Scrub doesn't go for that. He's like, yeah, there's no point. You'll hit it back for me. Let me get back on defense. That's exactly what I'm talking about, okay? You're going to see it here in a sec. So they clear the ball downfield. Plays back. K-Dot plays it back in. Watch Scrub here, okay? Scrub's going to see this ball come down. He's like, I could challenge this and force a 50, but it's probably just going to be Garrett's when he swings around and gets this boost. So he starts to see this, and he's like, nah, fuck that. I'm going to fake this. I'm going to force you into thinking that I want to hit this. This player comes out because of it and clears and throws away possession. And Sub just goes, later, bitch, and, like, comes back around. And now they've got 2 on defense. Watch this shit. Backs straight off immediately. Fire's already committed to it. There's 2 players on defense here. Super easy. Even if Fairy doesn't win that, it doesn't matter. And now they're all attacking again. They're, like, spearheading this. Demo comes out. Like, they just wasted 30 seconds by doing literally nothing. All it was this scrub fake challenge. Also, this new camera stuff that they've been doing at LAN. Super sick. Game's over. It's too late. That's so good. It's so good. And you can't teach that. That's just stuff instinctually you have to decide to do. NRG feels like this guy right now. Hold on, you're going to see him. There's me a guy who like puts his palm of his face to his right here. He's like, fuck. You can teach that. It just takes time. Oh, you can exploit that. Like, I can go to a team and be like, yo, these are the things that they're doing. These things are super important. But it is entirely up to the player to recognize that in-game and put it into effect. That's so difficult to do. Giveaway. The only reason they can get a demo is because Scrub backs out there. Scrub backs out, which allows them to play offense, and then when they move up, he's free with boost to make that decision. But it all starts because of that initial decision that Scrub makes. It's insane. Now they're on match point. It's a lot of pressure for NRG. They've been here before. This is the hardest thing for NRG, right? NRG's like, shit, we've been here before. We do really well in day 1 and 2. We get to the last bracket. We're on our last life. Things are good, right? Things are going great. Fuck. We've now got a battle from behind. Can we do it again? Can we do it again? We've been here before. Everybody expects us to lose. All these thoughts are going through my head.
Lawler, shut up.
It's rough. It's really rough. You doing the finals today? Probably not. I think we're only going to do one series today. I'm trying to do like one series at a time. Even though like viewership and stuff is great while we do these, I'm trying to spread them out just because it's more fun. I think these are great for this channel. I think this channel needs to do more of these. So we're going to. Also, sorry for the audio. I had to turn on my AC. It's super hot in here. It's like a billion degrees outside, which I should go enjoy, but like something about being a nerd makes 80 degrees sound scary. Yeah, it's 77 out. What the hell, Wisconsin? $90 here in New York. Oof, dude. 77, that's almost perfect. Not when it's humid. It's pretty rough. Indoors, it's hot. Outdoors, like if I go outside today, which I'll probably do, I'll probably go like longboarding on the trail after this or something. That's not good. So, the thing I was talking about, right? All the mental stuff that NRG's going right now. We're on match point. If we lose, we're out. We've done this 100 times. We're the favorites, so now we're playing really well, and now we're about to lose, and blah, blah, blah. We got to stay positive. 3 seconds goes by, you get scored on. Another kickoff goal. The one thing I've been harping on this entire series. Again. Again. And you can just see it on their face. Especially Justin. Justin looks demoralized. It just feels like they almost gave up at that point. That was actually a really good play from Fire. Holy shit. Look at this control from Fire. In the corner here. Ball gets hit down. First touch, he traps it. Half flips, flicks it over. Pops it back up, goes straight to Garrett. It's actually really nuts. Follow up from Justin, doesn't matter. What the fuck, dude? Okay. Where's Scrub on this? Pass comes across. Scrub goes for the initial challenge, misses. He goes back downfield, immediately recovers, and goes up for another aerial and puts a beautiful shot on target. So dumb. Vitality's so good, you guys. Good pressure, but needs to play on the back wall. This one's tough for Fire because he doesn't have many options. That pinch shot was ridiculous. It's unfortunate for Garrett. He doesn't want to hit ceiling here. If he like gets up, he wants to get to that first, and you can see that with the amount of boost he uses. That boost streak shows that like he's trying to get to the ball as fast as possible. Because he thinks someone's going to be challenging because Vitality's been doing it all game long. So something that's a little bit different about Vitality here too is the way that they're playing, right? Normally they were trying to get to the ball first. They're trying to challenge everything. So Garrett's like, shit, you know, based upon tendencies, I need to get to this ball first. But if he plays this light and the ball only taps, he can then kind of air dribble and control. But it ends up hitting the ceiling. He loses control of it. Can't get a second touch. It allows him to play back. Luckily, there's a little bit of a commit. But like Fireburner, I don't know why he's hitting that there. Right? Fireburner needs to trap this or put a shot on target. He lofts this really high, which, yeah, draws out a defender. But it allows them to clear it again, which he doesn't want to do. Fireburner's got so much space there on that touch. Right? Nobody within the vicinity of him at all. Right? So he either needs to put a shot like somewhere really heavy on target, or if he plays it up here, he needs to put that in a really dangerous spot. Yeah, it gets kind of lofted and K-Dop clears it out, but like it's so difficult. The other option is he can try to play it across, but then Scrub comes in and challenges. He can't dribble it this way because Fairy Peak will be there, K-Dop will be there. Ideally, if he does try to play it, like the way this ball is bouncing, he can't like try to jump and meet it. So like say this ball comes down and bounces, it's gonna bounce pretty high. So he has to like jump and meet it, and if he does that, the ball's gonna push away from his card and he can't control possession, right? So he tries to play relatively high. It does look like he wants to go for that corner. It's just he doesn't get the power on it that he's looking for, and it makes it pretty decent clear for K-Dop. Good slow play. Good fake challenge. Shot on net soft. Justin's trying to force stuff. That's not good. That 50 is super scary. Justin still has no boost. I think Justin has like 12 boosts right now, if that. Justin still no boost. They need to clear desperately. Good. They really needed that. The last minute has been really good by NRG. A lot of these plays I'm being super nitpicky on. But for the last minute, roughly, NRG's actually made some really good decisions. Interesting choice to back off on that on Garrett. Where's Garrett's challenge on this? Plays it slow, 50. He just didn't have any follow-up. He does move downfield for this. Does he get there? No, he just completely wraps out. I'm surprised Garrett didn't stay behind that and try to go for another 50 and like buy his teammates time. I don't know if he can even get to that. Because Fairy goes up for him behind this. I could possibly see Fire after this 50. So after this develops, right? Fire gets here. I could honestly see after this is coming in, Garrett's going to come and challenge this, and he's not sure. If he goes around here, like, say Garrett, or say Fire, like, assumes the best, right? Say Garrett comes in and wins this 50 really heavily. He rotates out, comes back in, right? But because this 50-50 happens and it clears up and it goes wall, he does have Fairy Peak behind him. He could possibly take this 12 boost, go up, and try to force another 50 to keep this in. The difficulty, though, is he is going to be the last one back. I have no idea where Justin is. I can't see it. So, like, he could take that 12 boost and go up, but instead he decides to rotate back. Yeah, Justin's already back. I feel like he could have tried to challenge that. I just don't think he would have been able to get to it in time. I think Fairy already had some boost momentum going through. Justin only, or Fire only had like a very minimal amount because that one boost pad. It's interesting too. So Fairy here, after he goes for this aerial, could boost down and go for this boost deny and take this 100 boost in the corner. Instead, they both back out and let K-Dop take. So they should have two players ready for this now. There's one. Where's Fairy? There's Fairy. K-Dop's got a 100 boost. He's just going to be patient. He's got another one. Plays that down to his player. Gets bopped around. And another shot. Another save. Really good defense by NRG there. Vitality was in a really good position to score there. Good read by Scrub. No follow-up. God damn, their challenges. God, this match is so close. What's Fire do here? He's got to get Justin. He lets it have. Smart play by Justin. That pass across needed to be a little bit wider. That's super difficult too. So this play was really smart by Justin. I really like this, right? But it's the same issue he runs into again, right? So he's got 2 players here, another one on defense. No matter how Justin hits this, if he brings the wall, he's going to get challenged by Scrub. Plays it here. K-Dop's got it. He puts it on a shot. Fairy Peak's got it, right? Pretty much everything Justin can do here is shut out. He's got nothing. So instead, he actually break checks. So the ball comes to him instead of him going to the ball, which kills the momentum and pops it off, which he then goes down with and gives himself options. He then sees Garrett come across, and he's like, okay, I can pass that for a shot in. But Fairy Peak still being in net can come out and challenge that and get a clear. So basically by Fairy being in defense here, Justin's got to find a way to create anything here. So let's slow this down as we move it forward. Fairy recognizes that. That's just good solo effort. I like the play from Justin. I really, really do. So this here ahead is like top tier. Really smart. Slows it down, angles his car to pop it to himself. If his shot is perfect, here, K-Dot probably comes across and saves it. Fairy Peak could maybe plays it here. Fairy Peak is facing forward. It's possible. I think it's possible if he shoots it here. But to me, the unselfish play, I see Garrett. He has to play this behind. He has to play it at this trajectory. Because if he plays it this way, Fairy Peak has the challenge. He'll get to it before Garrett will. He has to play this back more. I just don't think with the way that Garrett's sweeping in that he can do it. So it's up to Garrett to slow down and Justin to play a really good ball. But he plays it ahead because he wants to catch Garrett in pace so he can blast this. And you see that. Tries to play it a little bit more towards him. And Fairy intercepts. Good play by Fairy on defense. That's just really good defense. Both players did optimal things. Because Justin's pass was great for the trajectory that Garrett was going. It's even more impressive that NRG was able to hold off that counterattack because that could have been really dangerous. Good clear back downfield. Immediately responded.
Lawler, shut up.
Back towards target. So each one of these touches from Vitality is going to be on target if they can, just to apply immediate pressure. They're just trying to get these guys to expand, and you see it. Double commit there was almost super dangerous. That could have been really bad. They've done this twice now. They did it against Cloud9 as well when there was like 0 seconds left. You're going to see 2 players challenge here. Both Scrub and Fairy go for this. That's super dangerous. Justin's got to rotate out because he can't help here. The only thing he could do is possibly like bump Fairy or something like that, or bump Scrub, which I don't think is the right play anyway. Especially with only having 11 seconds left. Garrett's got enough to possibly win this, depending on who gets it. That's so difficult, man. If Garrett can follow this, it's going pretty fast. I don't think he's going the same speed to catch up to it. Justin actually tries to help. Moves it downfield. The recovery's already all there. Keeps it up. 50, another one. Plays it all the way across. Nobody's there. On this one, this is just unfortunate for Fire. He wants to get under that. Did he get dunked here? Because he wants to pop this high. But he's got to watch out for the player above him. It's unfortunate, man. It's a battle, dude. It's such a battle between these two guys. That was a really close series, too. Another 1-0 game. Vitality defense, man. Vitality defense. So good. So damn good.